Curtis Blow once said, "The Bronx is known for two things, hip hop and 26 world championships." But do you know who Curtis Blow is? You might know him from his hit song, "If I Ruled the World." But if you don't know him from that song, you may know him from his other hit song, "Basketball." It would be hit songs like these that would move Curtis up to become the first artist to sign a major record company deal and also to achieve commercial success. But guess what else is special about Curtis? He comes out of New York City, the city that birthed hip-hop. From DJ Kool Herc's Back to School Jam Party to prominent figures such as the Sugar Hill Gang and Grandmaster Flash to graffiti and breakdancing, New York City's unrivaled influence reaches well beyond the five boroughs. New York City has molded hip-hop sound, style, and social-political relevance, and it solidifies its reputation as an international cultural phenomenon. Let's take it all the way back to the 1970s and DJ Kool Herc's Back to School Jam Party. This party was held at 1520 Cedric Avenue in the Morris Heights section of the Bronx. DJ Kool Herc has been throwing parties at the rec room of this apartment building since the 1970s. This party specifically was organized to take place on August 11, 1973. He intended to celebrate this end of summer vacation and usher in the new school year. It was at this party where he implemented his new techniques of break beating, which is where he would isolate and extend instrumental breaks of funk and soul records to create extended dance sequences. During these extended dance sequences, you would see B-boys and B-girls. B-boys and B-girls were breakdancers who utilized footwork, acrobatics, improv, and musicality to perform these dances. You will also see MCs who were the primary vocalists or rappers in hip-hop. This party served as a catalyst for the flourishing hip-hop movement, and it was one of the earliest documented instances of hip-hop culture being celebrated in a communal setting. But there was no one founder of hip-hop. Let's talk about the prominent figures in hip-hop. DJ Kool Herc, who was born in Kingston, Jamaica, was known for his DJing technique, breakbeating, and he played a crucial role in the early development of hip-hop culture by hosting a lot of parties in the Bronx. Grandmaster Flash was another prominent figure who was born in Barbados but also immigrated to New York City. His techniques included backspinning, phrasing, punch phrasing, scratching, which revolutionized the way that DJs manipulate records to create new sounds and rhythms. Grandmaster Flash also had a band that included himself, Melly Mel, Kid Creole, Raheem, and Scorpio. Their hit songs were The Message and It's Nasty. Another prominent figure would not come in until later in the game from Marcy Projects in Brooklyn, which is Jay-Z. He is the most commercially successful hip-hop artist of all time. He co-founded Rockefeller Records, and he was the first hip-hop billionaire. But hip-hop is more than just music. It was a form of conversation, commentary, and activism. This can be seen in hip-hop songs that include social and political commentary. Hip-hop artists would use lyrics to address social and political issues, including racism, poverty, discrimination, police brutality, and systemic inequality. An example of a hip-hop song that used social and political commentary would be Fight the Power by Public Enemy. Lyrics like these were used to show and encourage people to fight against police brutality. Other ways that hip-hop would influence social cues would be community empowerment. Hip-hop provided a platform for marginalized voices to be heard. You will find that a lot of hip-hop artists come out of New York City public housing, which is where people will consider the poor parts of New York City. Artists would use their voice and experiences of their communities to foster empathy and understanding among listeners. This sense of solidarity and community empowerment is central to the ethos of hip-hop culture. Artists will also use their music to critique cultural issues such as prevailing misconceptions and the veneration of materialism and the persistence of damaging stereotypes. Artists will encourage listeners to consider alternate futures and challenge the present quo. In conclusion, hip-hop started in the streets of the Bronx, literally. It emerged as a powerful form of artistic expression, social commentary, and community empowerment. Hip-hop's beats, rhymes, and rhythms linked with the hardships and pleasures of city life provided a voice to the disadvantaged and the marginalized. Hip-hop is heard everywhere around the world, and you know it came from New York City, from Nicki Minaj to A Boogie to Fabio Foreign, all the way back to Jay-Z, Nas, Remy Ma. You know all these artists, and they all came out of New York City. New York City is the founding point of hip-hop and will forever be known as that. Thank you.